Hello everyone. Good evening everyone. Welcome to Regrob. Now we are back with our another session in this month. The topic today is for the NRIs, the guide for investment at real estate in Vizag. Excuse me. Yeah, for this topic exclusively, we discussed today, especially for NRIs, like in several aspects, like how NRIs investment will be different from the regular buyers of local buyers or something. And in second way, uh, what are the special conditions that need to be considered for any NRI to invest in Visakhapatnam? Okay, coming to the first point here, how the NRI's investment point will be the type of things that they need to consider for before investing to the local investor will be usually NRI can usually can't access the property wherever they wish to invest very frequently. The very first thing, because let's say any US residing person or UK residing person, even for any Gulf countries or Singapore, wherever in the world, they hardly get a 1 month vacation or depend sometimes depending on their profession and even their children's holidays and all together. In that short period of time, it's very difficult for them to access each and every property and to decide which property where they need to invest and all. And the but by considering all these difficulties, it's inevitable somewhere they need to invest, because buying a home and buying a land or any individual property is a very basic thing for anybody, whether it is they are NRIs or they are residing at India. But for those who are residing in India, they can access several times, and there will be several other conditions they will be having in better benefits than any NRIs. So the second thing, how what will be the importance of any builder, the role of a builder while choosing a property for NRS especially. Like here I can say one thing for sure, the builder's reputation and the choice of the builder is very important for any NRI customer, because uh, their investment towards any property will be definitely related to the timely delivery and quality. Along with that, the type of a reputation of the builder will be useful for them for even for the resale, as well as the kind of occupancy point of view, because any property we usually expect some returns of some rental guarantee or several different aspects as well. So here we discuss today which are the builders we can consider, and what kind of things to be taken care before going for any investment here. So coming to the NRS point of view, even another important point that I need to stress today is a very good property broker, like the professional property advisor like Regrob are very important for any NRI customer, because a branded property advisor like Regrob, because we people usually be the professionals here in this particular field, and we'll be dealing with several properties. And the real estate market, if you see, because the customers are much aware of than any other even builder or any agents here nowadays, because they might have experienced previous several issues previously with any brokers or any agents. The real estate sector was before very much unorganized long ago in India. It's not like in US or UK, where the developed countries will have some certain categories of the property agents companies, where they will be taking care of entire properties, and the very transparent transactions will be made over there, because there the rules and situations are like that. Even such kind of activities been handled by some professionals over there, just like Regrob here. But nowadays in India also we got few changes in this particular sector. A company like Regrob started already to organize this kind of unorganized sector by keeping some professionals in this field, and because where the NRIs especially will be required this kind of professionals, because um, they won't be available here to see each and every point, the timely delivery point, and even the quality point of view, even the link documents and legality of any property, even post a transaction, the property management also needed nowadays, because the rental point of view, even the transparency point of view, because where money involved, we need to have some transparency, and which we cannot expect some inorganized people and unprofessional people here. So obviously, a professional agent also very much important nowadays for any NRI customer. Anyway, that kind of service is assured by the Regrob here. That we are very proud to say that. And coming to the loan point of view, we have few documentation that we will go a little later. And now we'll speak about certain categories of builders which we can choose here, and the quality of construction, which kind of properties that need to be considered, considered for any NRIs here. For Vishakhapatnam, I could proudly say we have definitely few very good properties in Vishakhapatnam, even for locals as well as NRIs. For the NRIs point of view, I could say the property will be better for NRIs to invest, will be where you will get a better rental guarantee immediately, or a good property where you will have a better, similar kind of living style which you are already enjoying it abroad, after maybe in your vacation, or if you are willing to relocate here. So these two categories of properties we will discuss now. And the Vizag is, very much prominent for it's special for its a location. Like it's a beach city, and where you'll find some beach view flats and some good gated communities here and there. Like in US, somewhere in Florida or wherever Boston, the beach cities, you will have very elegant kind of communities where you will have very rich class of villas very close to the beach, which can be accessed with a good living style. That kind of properties also started here long ago, of course, with Sriram Properties. Now still going aggressively in that way. Even people are started liking that kind of culture is already started here in Vishakhapatnam. Coming to the within city limits, like if you are expecting some major gated communities, you will definitely need to move beyond, away from city a little bit. If you are willing to have some luxury kind of living as well as some quality construction, and should be very much accessible to the city, and you should have a premium location as in Pandurangapuram or RK Beach Road. Obviously you should choose a very good builder, because such kind of flats you can't expect after the completion of construction, because most of the time, since the land scarcity within the city is very much high, at the time of foundation itself you will be, uh, the booking of the flats will be over. Even sometimes we usually experience the major payments also with the own cash they use it to do, because of the demand they have. In that category, I could say the Vinayagar properties recently were handling around four properties in and around Visakhapatnam, just with a beach view, and CBM compound is a very rich location. You must be knowing it's very close to Siripuram. Why I'm stressing this Vinayagar estates is they personally, with their form of construction, they have completed more than 80 apartments just in rich class like Siripuram and RK Beach, Pandurangapuram, even Lawson's Bay altogether. Recently they came up with some 9 stories apartment at beach facing, which is Isha. Its name is Isha, and each and every flat got around 2,678 square feet. It's a very huge and luxurious flat, for no doubt. And each and every flat got its sea view, which a very elegant look. Of course, the builder is very much prominent for its for their quality and commitment, very well known for them. So here I'm stressing the Vinayagar, why? Because they are known for their quality and commitment, in fact. So for the NRAs, I could say it's very much choosy property because see, you can't even imagine. It's a nine stories apartment with two flats on each floor. Both flats got their individual lift and staircase there. It's such a luxurious apartment. Two stairs of car parking is being provided. It's very very close to the beach. Just in front of your that apartment plot, there is another plot there where they have some commercial complex, and just next to that there is a beach road. In front there is a sea. You feel like you are just above the sea, and you could see from each and every room of your property there. The shocking thing is now the property is at third slab level, but only two flats are left over there. That kind of demand you are already experiencing in this Vishakhapatnam, even in the tight situations also. So each flat will cost more than 2 crores, but still there is no availability. Fortunate or unfortunate, we can't say that. And the same builder simultaneously developing another property near CBM compound, where even that is at foundation stage. Still, they have only left out with only one flat. And if you consider, they have another apartment at Visalakshi Nagar, which is of 2,000 square feet each. That seems to be little reasonable with price, and you can own it if you are really willing. It's a 60 feet road facing, and very close to the beach. Of course, you won't be getting a beach view from the house, but it will be walkable distance from your property if you would like to buy there. And Visalakshi Nagar, of course, you must be well known if you are a resident of Vishakhapatnam. It's a beautiful residential area, very close to the city and very close to the beach as well. And the builder, of course, they are good at their quality and commitment as well. Recently, they started that construction. Maybe in next 18 months, they will be delivering that. And along with that, I would personally suggest each and every NRA to consider about Sriram Properties Panorama Villas, because very few villas still available, like even for resale and the new property as well. Because why I'm stressing that particular property, the NRS must be knowing much about that kind of communities here. Now the property is costing around 2 crores to 3.5 crores, depending on the size and the type of villa you choose. But still, I can strongly say that in a very near future, it's very difficult to find even a single villa there for a reasonable price. I could say the reasonable price nowadays, the 2 crores at that particular location as a villa seems to be reasonable. Why? Because a regular individual house, if you want to construct in that category, definitely I will assure you there you need to spend more than 2 crores there. Since that's as a massive construction, the company could able to provide for less price, I could say, because the land value is more than 50,000 per square yard over there. And each and every villa you will be getting for 267 square yards, which cost more than 1 crore 30 lakhs. Even the massive construction, if you see, it's unbelievable, because the type of material they are using over there. First, just for an example, they are using all the electricals of Siemens company, which is of German, and it's quite expensive. Each and every NRA must be well known about it. So let's hurry up if you are very much interested, because the community in that category, it's very difficult to find a land of that scale, because the property that community is being developed for around 40 acres. Nowadays, to accumulate that kind of a huge land is a very big task for any builder, even to develop such kind of property. Even if they do, that must be definitely very much away from city. Of course, you may not get that kind of view also, because it's a hills. They you know they developed in a different regular steps. It's a very beautiful property. You must find in our video in our Regrob website, and even in our YouTube channel also. We have made it in a wonderful way as well. And the quality of construction, they themselves assure for more than 100 years. I personally, a structural engineer, I visited several times. I'm in love with that property. Of course, it's worth spending that kind of money. For NRS, why I'm stressing, it suits for the NRA, because you must be having that kind of living style at your where you are staying in US or UK. The similar kind of amenities and the kind of living style with a good ambience and the kind of comfort has been assured and provided already here in this community. So obviously, it's a wise choice if you go further. So I could suggest that's another property here. And the Pebble Beach was there before. Now the bookings were closed. Even most of the occupancy is there. Even the Sunny Isles, there is a community just facing to the beach. Even there, you have left out nothing with any villa. By seeing this kind of scarcity in availability, you should understand the kind of demand the category of properties they have, because the major thing you need to consider is the land scarcity in a few in the near future. Even the many builders are ready to develop that kind of properties, but still there is no land scarcity. So I could suggest you guys to consider and rethink about Sriram properties, the panorama villas, because very few are left over there, and it's worth investing there, because in future the demand already plays the key role to uh, to get your returns on your investment, because the demand, obviously, the economics, I need not to explain much about it. And coming to the loan point of view, um, you if the people already faced previously any of the property, then they must be much aware. And or else we here as a professional in real estate, we are ready to serve you in that category, in that particular requirement also. The loan requirements I will list out here. If you have two applicants, a regular applicant and co-applicant together, you must have some 4 months salary slip, and latest 6 months overseas bank statement up to date. Latest 6 months, NRI NRO bank statement. You must be having this NRI account here in India also. Passport and visa copy with the validity, of course, and contract certificate of your employment at your employer. And if you are a green card holder, that must be sufficient, not a problem. And HR and email ID, that's for the verification purpose. Credit score and credit report of residing, residing countries. It's not for us. US and UK, it's a credit and credit score. Processing fee, of course, it's there for everybody. GPA, that's very important for any NRI customers, because you must this process you must be well aware, or else I will explain here again. You should, you should take a GPA here. You should give to general power of attorney. That means general power of attorney. Even your family members or your father or mother, whoever here, you need to, if you can't visit here for the registration or any other particular process, even for the loan purpose or whatever it is, the GPA already helps. GPA definitely helps you for in that particular aspect. For that, you need to go to the embassy, and there is a GPA format that can be sent from a builder or even from your parents. That can be done. That need to be processed through embassy, and later that process can be completed here with the registration at registered office. There, the GPA will be given in different terms. Like the GPA can be given for different categories. Like for the loan process, it's must. For the registration process, that need to be added here. And that kind of power also, there are limitations here. If you are giving for a GPA once, that will be valid till you do some transaction. If you need to sell back again, you need to again activate this kind of GPA. So it's 100% secure, not a problem. Even in your absence, the entire process can be easily, smoothly done. For that kind of service, also, we professionals are always available here for your service. And I always, once again, I stress this point: you definitely need a professional broker or any agent here as a Regrob, because the transaction should be very transparent. And to take any advice from a property concern, it's very important, because there will be certain legalities that need to be go in detail, like in link documents point of view. Of course, if you are going for a loan process, the bank will definitely do such kind of things. That's a safe transaction it will be. If not, such kind of services definitely you need through reputed agencies like Regrob. and the loan process, of course, we as a duty we will be doing that. That kind of service also will be provided. The major role will be played even after the post transaction. There, the rental, rental services and type of property management service. We are proud to say that we are happy to serve in that category also as a professional agent here. So, guys, that's all about today. Hope you got some sufficient and important information from our side. Let's meet back again with a good concept. Thank you again.